Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, game number 3 here between OGS Top and LosirA. We are now tied up 1-1. This time we are here on Zelnaga Fortress. And yes, we can see here Top spawning in what looks to be about the 11 o'clock position as our red Terran player. And here in the 3 o'clock, we do have LosirA as our blue Zerg player. So yes, we are here tied up 1-1 in the series between Top and LosirA. So this is, well, game number 3. There we go, some basic logic there. And man, oh man, I can't even keep my pants on. I'm so excited right now. Not literally, well maybe, but I am leaving tomorrow afternoon, and I'm heading down to the Blizzard headquarters, and man, gonna be so much fun. Diablo 3 beta, so close. So close, and yet so far away. Top coming off with the ramp here, the wall off at his ramp, and yes sir, I don't even know what to say. I haven't made a single commentary on this map before, so I will be interested to see. It appears to be there's 3 spawn locations. There's the 2 obviously that the players are in currently, and then the 3rd one would be over here. Realize, of course, Blizzard maps being symmetrical as they are, you can pretty clearly figure out where all the spawn locations are, and that's something. It's oddly enough, especially newer players, sometimes they wonder, hey, well, where are these bases? How do you know where to find? How do you know where to go? That's actually questions I've gotten before, legitimately, and it's just real simple. Take your location and kind of just figure out symmetrically where those bases would be, and then obviously after you play the maps a couple times, it's pretty clear where they are, because those things don't really change much at all. So we can see right now Top will be moving out with his scout. Looks like he will, in fact, he should be heading straight towards his opponent's base. And look at that Zelnaga tower. That's a nice doodad for that one. Grabbing the tower, trying to catch any drone scouts in transit, and then heading right on in. And we can see right now LosirA has gone for that expansion first, dropping the pool after. Top now realizing where his opponent is, can make any necessary adjustments to his build. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see right now Top is just on that 1 Rax. He's got no gas either, and so 1 Rax expand looks like it may be exactly what is going on here for Top. That is fully expected right now. We've got 1 Marine moving out and actually just walking right by the drone, no big deal. Hopefully he raises the depot. There we go. That 2nd Marine should be able to take care of that. He has actually moving out and still not even going to bother. There we go, pulling back, and that should allow him to take out the drone at the same time. Looks like we do have bunker placement. That drone managed to make it through. Bunker placement coming down. Only 1 Marine in this SCV, though, and LosirA pulling down with enough drones to actually take care of this. There's no way that Top will manage to get that up right now. He just doesn't have enough firepower. The drone just continuing chase, killing off that Marine, and then heading back. Now, obviously, that was a lot of lost mining time for LosirA, but he clearly really wanted to get rid of that Marine. Now, we've got 2 more Marines coming across, and those SCVs are still alive, and Top is gonna build this, and LosirA can't even see what's going on. He does have those Zerglings pushing out. He will realize now, okay, that the building is trying to get completed right now. We've got a couple Marines pushing forward to engage, as well as those SCVs. A few more drones coming down here for LosirA. We've got some nice micro from Top. Did manage to lose 1 Marine, and it looks like he will be forced to push back right now. No more Marine enforcements. We've got this 1 coming through a little too late, and that will just be headed right back up. So Top going for that 1 Rax expand and actually double refinery. So here comes that strong tech up right now. We should be seeing that factory very soon. Pretty much, I'm going to assume as soon as he gets that first 100 Vespian, he won't be delaying at all and should be dropping that factory right away. And there it is, factory coming down. So let's keep an eye on Top. Will he be moving into a mech style play? We've pretty much seen bio heavy as the overall unit composition. Marine tank. We've also seen, of course, like a Marine Hellion push from Top last game, but still, overall, been sitting pretty Rax heavy, and the sole fact that he went double gas that fast leads me to believe that things are going to be a little different this game, or he just wants to tech up really quickly. So obviously getting that 2nd refinery will allow you to get out a 2nd factory. Maybe he's going for that, I don't know, maybe he's trying Infernal Preigniter or Hellion again. That is certainly a possibility. Top's expansion is completed right now, turned into an orbital command, dropped that mule there in the main, and then heading into that expansion there. We'll be actually forcing that Zergling to push away, but the scouting information was gathered there by LosirA. He now realizes that expansion is coming, so now he can make his decision in terms of what he's going to do next. Now we do have that layer coming out. An extractor dropped over here. Probably going to be seeing another extractor. Usually they sit on about 3. Most Zerg players like to sit on about 3. Obviously build pending. That will certainly be determined by what build you decide to go for. But either way, LosirA is coming out with that additional extractor. Here comes that layer moving on through. We've got a couple queens here at the front. And let's take a look back over here at what is Top doing. It looks like, yes, those Blue Flame Hellions are the name of the game. He's sticking to with 3 guys per gas. Pretty interesting that he's decided to do that, though, especially since he will be going so marine heavy. But I suppose, yes, at the same time, coming out with a lot of upgrades because he does have that combat shield coming through. And I do expect that stim pack to come on through sometime soon as well. But again, Top, with these Blue Flame Aliens, will be pushing out within a couple of moments. He's got pretty much once that Infernal Predator finishes, that's when I expect his push to take place, that timing push, obviously. And I'm not sure that Zergling managed to catch that Hellion, and if not, then, you know, LosirA may be caught by surprise when this push does eventually come. And not sure what he's saying there. If someone wants to let me know in the comments below, I would love a translation. Always something I am certainly interested in. That metabolic boost just about finished right now, and at the same time, the Baneling Nest is up. Centrifugal hooks could very well be coming on through, and here comes a Spire. So Speedling, Baneling, Muta is what will be taking place here for LosirA. But here come those Blue Flame Hellions. First, moving across the map, getting a bit of map control. No longer a Xel'Naga here at the center of the map. Looks like that was time sensitive and that is depleted, or maybe you could just kill it off. I actually, in all honesty, I do not know the mechanics of what was once that Xel'Naga tower. I will be interested again to hear that in the comments below. So here comes that Blue Flame Hellion and combat shield timing push from Top, much like he did last game. Hopefully this game, though, he does manage to do a better job of actually inflicting some damage here on LosirA, because he did get mopped up. Now we've got those Banelings pushing forward. Those Hellions should take care of it. A nice split by those Marines, but still losing quite a few to those Banelings, and that is a little unfortunate for Top. Now he will be trying to move up into the main. He needs to do economic damage here. It needs to be pretty severe as well moving forward, trying to roast off a few of those drones. He of course needs to target fire. We've got Banelings rolling down, taking out those Marines up there as well, and the Banelings doing quite a bit of damage to those Hellions. Those Hellions moving forward and killing off a lot of workers, but they do get taken out here. Let's take a look here at the unit loss tab. We are about equal. Now in terms of units, we've got 35 drones as opposed to the 38 SCVs here for Top. So Top might be a little bit ahead here economically, especially if we throw mules into the mix there. Now it looks like we are going to be seeing a counterattack here from LosirA. So moving across the map with those Zerglings. Now that still the stim pack isn't researched, and again this is like a repeat of last game. That regular Zergling, that Speedling counterattack here without that stim pack and without that siege mode as well. Very hard for Top to deal with. He's lost a few Marines, losing that tank there as well. The Speedlings pushing out, but no, coming in contact there with those Hellions, and those get dropped pretty quickly. Top is moving across the map right now, checking for any possible hidden expansions that LosirA may have tried to come out with. Now we do have, yes, those Mutas coming on through right now. We've got 7 Mutas, level 1 upgrade. There's Muta number 8. So Muta Harass will be moving out, and that will help him obviously deal with these Hellions pretty much no problem. Now how effective will that Muta Harass be? Very nice placement here of these missile turrets by OGS Top, and that will certainly help protect him quite a bit, especially early on against what's relatively a small number of Mutalisks. 7 to 8 Mutalisks really isn't that much, and they get taken down pretty fast by these missile turrets. The DPS on these bad boys being so very high. Now Top was moving out with these Hellions, and this allowed him to get a bit of map control moving across and checking for any possible Zerglings. So he's feeling pretty comfortable right now. A big advantage obviously here for LosirA, as well as the fact that he does have a nice creep spread going on. Now here we go, Mutas will be moving on in, and again they will be very wary of coming in contact with these missile turrets because they are relatively low numbers. We'll be trying to push forward, and here comes the attempted repair, but blocking himself a little bit, and the repair still managing to do a bit of damage, keeping that missile turret up a little while longer. Kill off one and almost got that second one there as well in this missile turret. And here comes a Thor as well, and that Thor will be enough to threaten these Mutalisks, to force them to push back, and actually very close there, just barely out of the range of that Thor. Almost took a heap load of splash damage from that. We do have an expansion coming out over here for LosirA. That is interesting position. I guess this one's much more difficult to defend though, so that seems to make sense. And we do have again the Mutas trying to push forward and engage. We'll be engaging some of those SCVs, pulling back though because that threat of the Thor is incoming. We do still have these Hellions here at the center of the map. This will allow Top to see if any pushes do come out. LosirA should be moving in this expansion as well. A nice spread though, getting a full surround and stopping those Hellions from getting, you know, lining up those Zerglings and doing that massive amount of damage to them once they do catch them in one big cluster. So very nice positioning there by LosirA, and very nice engagement for that pretty much free kill of those 3 Hellions. So again, the expansion over here just about finished right now for LosirA, and should be transferring on some workers and getting prepared to defend that. Now the SCV scout will be scouting that out, out in just one moment. Something to realize though, top does, you know, he's throwing in a few Thors in here, and having a mech style army is very slow. It pretty much immobilizes you because you need to stay within range of those tanks with those Marines. That's the whole point. Otherwise, those tanks will get sniped out by Mutalisk quite easily. So that's, you know, again, you have to realize when you're going for any mech-centric play, it does slow you up quite a bit. It immobilizes you. That's the term that we will use. SCV Scout continuing to meander on around. Now we do have a drop over here. Top again is aware of this expansion, so we'll be seeing him stim forward, and he will be trying to snipe this down before any reinforcements come. And he needs to try to do as much damage as possible, even if he doesn't kill it off right here. If he can do a bit of damage, soften it up for a future engagement. But unfortunately, those Speedlings plus those Mutas pushing forward was enough to kill off those Marines. Had those Mutas not came and it was just the Speedlings, he could have easily just lifted up and pulled back. But the thought of losing a full medevac of Marines was basically frightening enough for Top to make him keep those Marines on the ground and try to do a bit of damage. We're seeing a big push right now, and LosirA is getting ready to engage it properly. Banelings rolling in from all sides, Speedlings from the other angle as well, and look at all of that damage. So much damage from those Speedlings. The Banelings, the Thors are gone. There are a few Marines and tanks, but Top lost quite a bit there, and it looks like, yes, he is in fact behind, so LosirA, very nice engagement on his part there. Now still, we do realize LosirA does have to defend himself because there were still little remnants of that initial push, and it looks like Top reinforcing with some more Marines, also dropping a scan down, killing off all of those creep tumors. That's certainly necessary against Zerg. You want to make that creep recede back, and also, of course, denying that vision is important as well. We've got Speedlings moving across the map, possibly. No, he knows there's no expansion, so this should just be for a counterattack. A couple of Banelings moving down here to defend against those Marines. Marines need to pull back. There we go, some stim micro and actually burrowing down. And oh, very close. Here come the Speedling counterattack as well, trying to move up into the main. Looks like it will only manage to do some damage to the natural, though, because that main is well fortified and that full wall off. And there's the Banelings popping on those Marines, but still, Top with that healing and that combat shield does have enough to be able to continue this up. We have some Speedlings pushing forward, and will these Marines snipe that expansion? Yes, they do. Marines take out that expansion at the same time, though. Zerglings in the main of Top here, almost killing off that siege tank, doing quite a bit of damage, a lot of damage to that expansion. But here comes a counterattack right now for LosirA, moving forward to engage with some Speedlings. Needs to be careful, though. There is a decent tank spread here from Top. Top lost quite a bit there. Taking a look here, yes, it looks like Top is behind. One Speedling pushing the way, and actually will be trying to engage here. Speedlings and Banelings using the Speedlings to soak up some damage, and here come the Banelings for the massive splash, taking out those two tanks there. We've got a couple of Marines moving forward to engage. There are enough Speedlings and Banelings to deal with this, so need to be careful, and see you later, tanks. Top taking very, very heavy losses, and I'm actually not even certain where the rest of those Mutas are. I haven't seen any Muta harass. They may be gone. No, there's still 3 Mutas in play, so I'm guessing he's just chilling out with those somewhere, but I haven't seen those used in quite some time. I guess there they are, some Mutas sitting right in the center of the map. Would like to see LosirA. There we go. Right as I mentioned it, building a ton more Mutalisk, so want to see him kind of re-up that Muta army and continue up that harassment. We've got a couple Marines here taking some free kills of these Overlords. Very nice play there by Top. Again, these straggler Overlords, very, very vulnerable, so might as well get those free kills. Throwing one Viking into the mix as well can help quite a bit, although, again, we do have Mutas in play. Now, here we go. The Speedlings will be pushing forward, and again, once that is lifted up, those Mutas moving forward to try to engage, and they take it out? Yes, they do. The Mutas take out that medevac. That's a big, big loss there for Top. And we again have this medevac over here. We'll be dropping into the main. And is LosirA, he doesn't have vision of this, so these Marines will be stimming up and pushing forward. We'll be interested to see if he tries to snipe that pool or if he goes straight for those workers. So let's see what he decides to do. We'll be going for that econ, working on those workers, and now he should turn around and hit that. No, never mind. We'll be trying to go for the Spire, but those Speedlings responding in time, stimming up anyways, trying to take a brunt of that attack and do as much damage as possible. He's probably concerned about the fact that those Mutas would be moving down to help that engagement, and actually looks like Top will be losing this medevac here. Free kills for LosirA. All right, let's take a look here inside of Top's base. We are sitting Marine heavy, few tanks as well. Now we are going to see Top push out. He wants to continue to push that expansion. He really does want to try to drop it. Certainly something else he should be looking to do is take out these creep tumors. That definitely would not be a bad idea. Now Top might even be trying to move into expansion as well and moving down with those tanks, trying to defend that. And yes, there we go. OGS Top will be moving out with that expansion and just really needs to be very careful. I'm actually very surprised that he decided to go with the orbital. Given the position here of this, we do have some mutas trying to push forward to engage. There are way more than enough Marines, though, to deal with that. But again, I'm surprised that this is an orbital. Very vulnerable position here, and that's why I'm surprised. Nothing more to say but that. A planetary fortress would help a ton against those Spielings and Banelings and any threat that those may pose. So here we go. Top getting ready to drop that expansion. We've got a counterattack here coming from LosirA. He will be moving into that natural, and Top doesn't have enough forces here. It is natural to deal with that. This small group of Spielings, this small group of Marines and tanks should get mopped up. And here we go. Actually, the Muta's moving forward as well. There are a lot of Marines there pulling back. Spielings will be walking right up in the main, burrowing a few of those. But those are detected from that missile turret. Sniping down that missile turret again. LosirA trying to do a bit of damage as much as possible. He has stopped this expansion from mining, though, so very, very nice by LosirA. Top in a tough spot. We do have a couple Banelings getting ready for that eventual push of Marines, and that could be very, very deadly, so we'll have to keep an eye on that most certainly. A couple of Spielings here buried in the main as well. He did manage to snipe out that turret, and that allowed him to bury these Spielings undetected here. Spielings and Banelings rolling across the map, trying to set themselves up in a nice position. And, ooh, were those Banelings killed? I think they might have been. I think there was a scan, and they did manage to kill off those Banelings that were sitting here on those ramp. Now, here comes that attack right now. Spielings and Banelings getting ready to roll right up into the natural. Now, the natural's pretty mined out, but this will allow him to walk right up into the main in just one moment. At the same time, looks like we are seeing that push here from Top, scanning down, pushing forward, and he will be sniping out that Queen, moving into this expansion. But at the same time, here come those Spielings and Banelings working right up in the main of Top. The big danger here is Top could lose these production buildings, and that'd be very dangerous. Now, we can see LosirA has lost that expansion, but at the same time, look at Top's main right now. Spielings and Banelings rolling all over the place. He wants to just get these buildings burning and try to do as much damage as possible, killing off a ton of depots here. And let's see how much more damage he can do before Top is able to respond. Top, there we go, unsieging, grabbing those Marines, pulling back over here, worried about some burrowed Banelings, dropping a scan, and just look at how much damage. There's no response here from Top either, and this is very, very dangerous right now. He's taking a lot of damage, losing these production buildings. He's got so much burning right now, and those Spielings and Banelings getting mopped up. We've got a few more Spielings over here. We'll be dropping another supply depot as well. That should be burned out in just one moment. So here we go. Top needs to counterattack right now. He took some heavy losses. Nice muta number here. Sniping, getting a few free kills over there. We'll be grabbing a few of these medevacs as well. And again, Top, it doesn't have control of his main yet. There's still some Zerglings in there. The mutas are going to town. He will be just pushing out for a counterattack. Here come those Banelings, though. Oh, Top lost almost everything right there. His army looking very small right now. These mutas should actually be able to push forward and take care of most of this. The drones, Spielings, and mutas engaging, and Top losing everything, and that's that, my friends. This is going to be the good game in just one moment. Let's just see. Wait until he actually calls it. But right now, it's just a little too far behind to actually come back. There's really nothing that he can do at this point. We've got the SCVs pulling back, trying to mine over here. It looks like Top doesn't want to quit though, but he has lost that orbital. Some very nice engagements from these two players, and yeah, there we go. We will just see LosirA push out. He will be engaging with those Spielings and those mutas as well. And let's see what happens. There we go. The rest of the army is mopped up, and obviously, as expected, Top calling the GG. That was a great game number 3 between LosirA and Top. We will be moving on to game number 4 in just one moment. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this so far. Very, very interesting game. Just some constant back and forth action. I'm getting prepared to ship out very soon, so cutting back the recap on this video. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for game number 4. And as always, keep watching and keep owning.